Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming on in. And now, let's bring in the amazing, the wonderful, the talented, the glorious Miss Shy Dust. Shy Dust, say hi to everybody. Everybody, welcome Shy Dust. There we go.
Damn it, of course I did disconnect again.
No, you didn't disconnect. You're here. You're here with me. Are you
Oh,
here?
I think I am.
I
Yeah,
hear you.
I
Welcome.
wasn't connected. I was scared for a sec, but we're here now.
You're here now. All right.
Here now.
I turn it over to you, Shy. Tell everybody about yourself.
Hi. Uh, I'm Shy, a artist and part-time streamer. Hopefully, gonna do a little bit better about that. But artist and part-time streamer, who does just kind of everything and I like playing games and hanging out with friends. Yeah, that's a good summary, I think.
Yeah, I think it is too. That is a great summary. So yeah. So okay. So we met what back in
Uh,
September ish. I want to
yeah,
say.
I would say no, maybe no, yeah, yeah, somewhere in that area. End of summer.
Yeah, August September. Let's say because I know at the very beginning of October you got me into the nightmare that is phasmophobia, and
Yeah.
honestly, I'm having so much fun, and I thank you for that. But so our meeting, I think our meeting was fun.
It was.
How we met and how we started to interact, and then how you just kind of snuck into my Discord, and I'm sitting there alone, and you have no idea how often I would just sit in there in the empty chat room and waiting for anybody to join, and Blaze or Seto would pop in at night, and then I knew gaming was on.
Mm.
But I would sit in there for like hours after I'd wake up, come down, do that, get in there, just be in the room for whenever Blaze or Seto popped on and was ready to play some games and whatnot.
Mm.
And then you pop in, and I was like, "Oh, hello," or I think I was like, "Hi, Blaze, how you doing?" It's not Blaze.
No.
This
Yeah,
is
I
this
came
is
in a
somebody
couple of
else.
times. Yeah, I came in a couple of times right before I got really sick, and then when I got really sick is when we started coming in more often because I was home a lot.
Yeah, I couldn't see your therapist, so you came. You said, "Oh, this guy's nuts. He keeps me laughing. I don't know
That
how I
and
keep you
the
laughing."
flu, just
Yeah,
hand in hand.
yeah, yeah. This guy's a plague too.
Oh, Jesus.
So, but I discovered you on your art stream, and you
Hmm.
still stream art, and but mainly you're streaming it in my Discord lately. And don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I love it, but I kind of can't wait to see some more of your. You hit that go live button and do some more art because it's amazing to watch you work.
Oh, thanks.
So
I really want to. I've been meaning to do an actual art stream. It's just when I'm at work is when I do all my safe work stuff. When I'm at work, I do all my safe work stuff and I share it in the Discord while I'm there because I can't stream while I'm at work. And then when I come home, I'm like, okay, now I got to do my NSFW work, and then I don't.
then
And
you jump
so,
on a game with us,
and
and you
then
don't do
yeah,
NSFW work.
pretty much. Yeah, I'm almost in. I'm not. I don't want to say it, but I've done entirely say so art nonstop for the last couple of months. So I need to kind of work on actually getting back into the stuff I'm supposed to be drawing. Not supposed to, but I also draw as well.
Okay, okay, okay. So you hear that? She's taking commissions, folks. That will drive her
Oh, no,
and force her
my
into doing things. So
my
commission her
commission
for all your NSFW work right now.
my commissions are full. I super appreciate it though. I'm full up right now.
What
I
are you? Are you really?
I am.
Congratulations! Awesome. Oh,
Yeah, I only take 2 to 3 at a time and then I stop. Mental health is important. Taking care of yourself is important. Self care is important. So take two or
absolutely.
three, do what you can do, take a little breaky break, and then continue. Real quick, I did notice that Tiff just asked in chat if I could draw an NSFWB, and technically I have a few times. They go by Maru Bombas on Twitter. There you go. That's they're a B VTuber who I've drawn a ton of art for, both Safe Work and NSFW. So there you go.
We, well, do me a favor because you have the power. Would you shout out
Oh
Maru for me?
yeah, is it SO or Shout? I think it's SO.
It's SO. Yeah.
They are also a they had graduated recently and are actually coming back. So
Awesome
they're
sauce.
coming back
Awesome
from
sauce.
hiding out. But yeah,
And Jen calls first dibs on Shy after your commission's open. So Jen wants to commission you. See,
okay, perfect.
all right. So we got to figure out either a how to schedule out months in advance your commissions, or b expand your commission window.
Yeah, I do my best to when it comes to doing commissions, I will take one or two and then I'll keep like a little sticky note somewhere with X person wanted X, and I do it like by numbers so I can be like, oh hey, I'm done with this commission. I should reach out to this person
Yeah.
and see if they still want it. I
So
try. I try to be organized. I swear.
well, hey, that's all any of us do anymore is just try, and we're all a really crazy bunch and just tend to flitter wherever we go because ADD is a thing. And
Heavily,
yeah, he wants a fresh new NSFWB,
a commission.
NSFWB.
They have commissioned me for a new piece, so there will be a new piece coming in my technically new style soon anyway.
All right, let's go. So, all right. So, but anyways, where I was leading with this, and please, people, go ahead and ask the questions, and we'll throw them out there, and we'll answer them. But what got you into streaming in the first place? What made you
Uh,
hit that go live button the very first time?
so Maru is actually the answer to that question. I encountered them through somebody named Seppi the Seal. They were
Shout them out.
constantly in their chat as well.
You are welcome to shout out anybody you mention on this stream. I,
Okay.
I I stand it. I want to see these people, and anybody that Shy shouts out, I will vouch that they've got to
Oh,
be
oh.
fun. So Seppi the Seal got you to hit that go live button the very first time.
Yes, her and her partner Kinsrath, who Kinsrath is somebody that I have met. I have been friends with for like 10 years. I've known him as long as I've known my husband. I actually met him 3 days before I met my husband. And we all joined a Kick chat together, and that's how we met, was on Kick. Uh, Fast forward, 4 or 5 years, they're uh, up till, or fast forward till this last year, maybe the year before, the end of the year before, when Kinsrith was like, "Hey, I'm streaming. Come watch me." And I said, "Okay." And so I went and I watched, and then I saw him introduce his wife to, or his partner to it, and so I was like, "That's really cool. I want to do that." And I have this thing where, because I'm gonna blame it on my ADHD, but I have this thing where if I'm like, I want to do that, I buy all the supplies, I do it for a little bit, and then I do it once. So once I get it right, I stop. This is the first thing that I have not stopped doing.
No, 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 no. You said the answer right in there. It just means so far you haven't gotten it right.
Yeah, it'll be a progress, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
So you heard it here first, folks. The very first perfect stream that Shy pulls, that's her graduation stream. So
Yeah.
here's to being scuffed forever, Shy.
Ah.
Just a little. Hey, 2% scuff will
We're
keep you from saying that was perfect, right?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, unless you're like me with like 80% scuff and 10% content.
It's fine.
It's fine. Ignore the flames happening behind me. Oh, actually, I'm going to backtrack here for a sec because
Yes.
Jen had a great question. What's your favorite
Uh,
and what are the worst parts of drawing?
my favorite parts about drawing are coloring. I love coloring. It's the Sketching is okay, but it's the line art that kicks my ass, and I hate doing line art. I'm okay at it, as you can see by my pink tuber that I drew. I'm good at it. I just hate doing it because you have to do it over and over to get the lines right. Whereas color, I can slap on there, and if I don't like that color, I slap a new one on top of that, and then just blend it together, and it's done. It's a mixture of an impatience thing and I like colors. Those three people are just the three that like got me into it and got me going. Mara's the one who pushed me to actually hit the go live button and convinced me to do it.
And so I owe Maru a huge thank you because
I do too.
I'm not gonna lie, these last several months have just been an amazing inspiration to me in a lot of different ways, and I feel like the you know you inviting Adam in on that first night that we were playing Faz, and I'm so stupid trying to figure it all out because I'm I'm not that great at video games, obviously, and I don't know why I keep playing them. Well, it's because I love it. But you inviting Adam in was and the energy the three of us have together. My opinion, I feel like, is just it's so much fun just hanging out with you and Adam, and whether we're on stream or off stream, you inspire me, and I know you inspire Adam, and Adam inspires both of us in some ways, and we're all pushing each other to try new things, to innovate our own streams in new ways, and I think it's really fun, and I do hope that I inspire you and Adam in some ways, because you guys definitely have had an impact on my life over the last couple of months. I'm not even going to try to lie or front about that.
No, yeah, you definitely do, and it's actually the last couple of months I've noticed just like an improved quality in a lot of my friendships, and it's been really nice to see. Um, because before that, like Noelle. Oh, Noelle. Um,
Shout out Noe. I was actually working on a line of questioning that was going to bring Noe into the conversation one way or another, anyways.
Perfect. I live in a really big city where I'm just kind of like alone, besides myself, my husband, and then like a couple of family members. So I was really grateful that I met Noelle, who I pushed into streaming and like being a ping tuber and stuff. Um, but it was just like the two of us, and now that like I've gotten to meet all these new people, and you and Adam, and everybody in your server and everybody in my server, it's like just a giant friend like gathering all the time, happening every day. Because like that's something that I've noticed is, when I first started joining your chats, it was just you and me and Blaze and Seto, and that was it, and that was totally okay. But now there's somebody new in a chat every day.
Yeah, I know our little community does seem to be growing, and this I'm not going to lie. This is what I imagined when it all started to coalesce for me to become a streamer. I had already been hitting the go live button for a little bit and just doing it, and it's like stumbling my way along, and then all of a sudden it's like after I was falling down the VTuber hole rabbit holes, and I was like, these communities are amazing, and it hit me that this is something I want. And now that I'm looking back on it, this journey of the last year and a half of my life, a little over a year and a half of my life that I've come on, is starting to really begin to pay off. Yeah, I don't have a ton of followers and a ton of subs. That's not what I want. What I care about.
Right.
I'd love it. Don't get me wrong. I would love it, guys. But what I care about is having a community where we all are we all have the imagination and the drive and whatnot, and we all have different talents, whatever they are, and we all help each other to improve the little things that we want to do in our endeavors, whether it's streaming or even, for example, game programming or mod building, because we've got a couple of people that do mods for various computer games, and
Mm.
it's it's really fun that we're all contributing some way or somehow. Because I think we Ravik Rovik,
Mm.
who joined us a little while ago, and I am now learning how to admin servers. Although I haven't really paid a lot of attention to it the last couple of weeks because life has been happening, but
Right.
we've inspired him to work on a couple of new mods for a couple of other games that he's starting to create the outlines for and work with his team on actually developing. So I find that exciting that we're inspiring people that way, and
Mm.
we're all contributing to each other in one way or another. I think it's great. Jen had another awesome question. Let me.
Uh,
If you could be a PNG, if you could be the PNG tuber VTuber model that you, oh, if you couldn't be the PNG VTuber model you are today, what would you have went with? Is there some other road you would have gone down for your design other than what you are? And did you have any other options for your name other than Shy Dust? Is
uh,
kind of the question.
no. Shy has been an extension of myself for the better part of 10 years. We are like my nickname in real life by a lot of people is actually Shy. Like that we are the same person. So when you see me and you see her, we have the same attitude. This is how, you know, we as a entity are. Is we are like this in real life. You know, when I'm funny, when I'm upset, when we're angry and yelling at you guys for calling me a bully. That's me. That's Shy. That's who I am. So I would not have changed anything. Her design has changed. Is recently. It's changed. I think maybe two or three times in the last like 2 years. But this is the most recent one that I've settled on, and it's one of my favorites. Besides like the original like first one.
Yeah,
Um,
I actually love this design.
Thank you. I do
I
too.
loved your last design too. I really do like that one, but this one is there's so much. It's so much more robust, and there's so much more character.
So that's actually a kind of a thing about it. So with Shy's original design, like I'm talking her first one right out of the gate, it was very just she was themed after a zombie, a dead entity, just a dead thing brought back to life. That's what I was. Very emo, very just like classic, me. And so changing from that stage and like progressing towards this more lively um version of Shy is like an extension of showing like how my growth as a person over the years. I'm no longer, just like I'm dead inside. I now have a zest for life, and I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy like with my husband and like the friends that I've made and like the direction that my life is going.
So the art is imitating your life.
Yeah.
I love that. I do, and I'm so happy. And this new design that you rolled out, like I said, she looks so vibrant, and she looks the the goofy look you have on your face says it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. That's like one of the things that I heard forever ago that I really like took to heart was like, at the end of your life, when it comes down to it, you want people to be like, oh, she was so rich or oh, she was so happy. Like I want to be happy, of course. So that's I'm gonna do what I can to make myself happy, make the people around me as happy as
I
I
want to
can.
be rich. I want to be rich. I've been happy.
I mean, listen, I get
I've
that.
been happy.
I get
I'm kidding.
that.
I'm kidding. I kid. Yes, I get my V2 that my avatar is flipping out, and
It adds spice. It adds something moving to
oh,
the screen.
is that what we're calling it? Spice.
Spice.
Scuff is now spice, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. It has been redefined uh, per Shy Dust. All right.
Mm.
Let's see. So, all right. Tell us about your social media. Tell us about all the things that link you to who you are today.
It is just Twitch and Twitter. I originally started out my Twitter with so my at for Twitter is anonanomi1 because I originally set out with I'm going to be an NSFW artist. I'm only going to do light safe for work art, and I'm going to keep this account as anonymous as possible. Hence Anomi. Uh, and I was originally going to go by the alias Maria, but decided at the last second I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna hide. If somebody shows my parents the drawings I do, the tough titty on me, you know. So that's I immediately just like went straight into being just shy like I was everywhere else on the internet. Oh, and then we also have a shared DeviantArt, but we have not uploaded on it in recent years. But those are the only places that you can really find any of my art hidden away is DeviantArt, Twitter, and Twitter.
Okay, now I got to commission you for like the most outrageous NSFW art, and then I got to show it to your parents.
Don't.
I'll send it over to Hubbin, and I'll say, Hubbin, I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to put this in print this out, put it in an envelope, and just anonymous address it to Shy's parents, and say, anonymous, you need to know what your daughter's doing.
Jesus. So I just uploaded a couple of images of Shy's very first design into the chat. I heard your. I know.
What?
No.
What?
Hubbin in chat. Oh my god.
Bet. Thank you. But you and I'll talk. I'm going to commission her. I'm going to commission her, and I want to make it as outrageous and like right on the edge of something where she would go, nope, hard line, can't cross it. I won't do that. So I got to find that edge and say, okay, this is what I want. And she's going to be like, this is making me so uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it.
Would never. I know where my lines are. I know how to set my boundaries. That's something that I'm very proud of myself. I used to not be able to set boundaries. I used to not be able to communicate, and like I've been very
and you
good
do
at
very
that.
well at coloring within the lines, and I dig that. But I'm gonna put you right up. I want to be right up on the edge of the line. I want to go right to the edge of the paper for this. So you and I'll talk, Hub, and we're gonna make that happen. So that'll be fun. Hey, father and mother Dust, look what your daughter did. What Jen said.
My folks are biker hippies. I don't think they would. I don't think that they would really mind all that
They,
much. They'd just be like, "Oh, what?"
they pull it out and they go, very interesting, while they're putting it on the fridge with a magnet.
Right. Yeah. When I started when I was a kid and I was like talking to my stepmom about, I was like, "Hey, I want to be a furry." She was like, "I mean, okay, just don't be weird about it." And of course, I was as weird as any other kid was when it came to like, dressing up with a fursuit or doing whatever. But it was never like, "Oh, how dare you get out of my house." My parents were. The one thing I'm very, very grateful for is how just like, okay, they were with everything.
So when you first started going live and started getting semi comfortable in the shell that is that persona, Shy Dust, were you embarrassed to tell other people what you did, or I know there's a few friends that know, but do you just go around going, "Hey, I'm a VTuber"?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm really proud of what I have done and what I can do, and any networking is networking. So if I meet somebody who's interested in video games, I'm like, "Hey, I play video games. You should watch me sometime." Or like I'll be like, if I encounter somebody else who's like, "Oh yeah, I watch streamer X, Y, and Z," I'm like, "Oh cool, I do too. I also stream." While we're talking about it, and I'm respectful about it. I find a way to slip into the conversation, but I'm not just like running up to people and be like, "Oh my god, I'm a streamer. You should like come watch me or something." I don't yet know.
No, absolutely, absolutely, I get it. Um, Jen saying we about to make Shy famous in the family reunions. So, yeah, I'm the same way. I just come right out and I go, yeah, I'm a VTuber, and people are like, really? You're gonna just say that? A couple of people that I know that watch other YouTubers, you're just gonna come out and say that? And I say, yeah, I'm on Twitch and this is who I am. And they're like, you're not worried about that? I'm like, no.
Yeah,
We
it's not like
joke
it's something to be ashamed of.
exactly.
It falls into the same. I was a furry for so long, so it falls into the same category as that. So I'm not ashamed to be furry, and I'm not ashamed to be a VTuber slash streamer or whatever. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly, exactly. So, thinking back on all of this, what would you do differently?
Um, be patient. I would wait and actually make sure that I had all the stuff I needed beforehand. Wait a little bit longer, buy a better PC. I would wait a little longer, make sure that I have everything set up. When I first started streaming with a PingTuber, I was streaming on an iMac that had no I was streaming on an iMac that had no ability to like hide the backgrounds of my Vito tube, and so there was just a gray bar across the top where my character was moving at all times. And it's just like if I had just been patient and waited, I would not have had to deal with that. Um, but definitely the patient thing is the biggest thing. Is just, and I struggle with that today still though. Is just making sure that I'm not being a wonky.
Well, you know what? I 100% get that, but I will also say that as an artist, and I I don't have the talent. I'm going to admit that, but as an artist, I get that on so many levels. But also on the flip side, if we were patient and held it until perfection, we would never put anything out.
That's that's fair. As much as I joke about it, I do have a little bit of an ego that I try to hide, where I'm like, this is perfect, this is the best,
Do
whack,
you?
done, let's go. I
Do you?
do, I do. I'm God's gift to the earth, so obviously I should share everything I make.
Absolutely, you should. And absolutely,
I'm,
you
I'm
are.
kidding. But I once I feel like I've done something and I've done it well enough, then I am not afraid to share that and just be like, let's go. But there's a lot of things that I've done that with that have not been ready, and I should have waited. And I reflect on it afterwards. It's like, oh, I should have held off because, like, the PC, for example, I love this PC. It's fantastic. It isn't the greatest quality, and that's okay. But if I had given it just like a little bit longer, at the same time, if I had just given it a little bit longer, I might not be sitting right here talking to you today. If I had just waited that extra week, that extra month, whatever, I probably would not have had the chance to play these games with you guys, to meet you and talk to you. So everything happens for a reason, and I'm okay with that, even if it was a result of me being impatient.
Exactly. So, what advice would you give to a newbie trying to decide are they gonna if they wanted to hit that go live button?
Don't be afraid to ask. Like streamers, don't be afraid to reach out to streamers that are bigger than you, even if it's by one follower, if it's by 1,000 followers. Don't be afraid to be like, "Hey, I'm new to this, and I would love your advice or your input." Um, because that's how it kind of was with Kinsereth. He had more followers than me. Thankfully, I had the bonus of him being a friend, like IRL friend on the side. But I still have yet to ask him for a collab just because I'm nervous that they'll reject me. But then there's also people like you who I was just like, hey, let's play a game together. So don't be afraid to try not to be afraid. Don't not I shouldn't say don't. Try not to be afraid to ask for help, to ask for collabs. And it's the biggest thing that everybody's going to tell you. It's okay to fail. It's okay for your stream to crash. It's okay for your stuff to crash. It's okay for your VTuber to look like it's doing something nasty behind a screen right now. It's okay. It is what it is. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm just making fun of your character because it was.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna go over here, and that scuff character that looks crazy. We'll just do that. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. Taken care of. Taken care of. Uh, Problem averted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just poking fun. But yeah,
It's what we do. It's
yeah.
what we do.
It's okay for things to go wrong. Don't get too upset when it goes wrong. Don't be upset when you have one follower and one viewer in chat. You know, you're gonna grow as you make friends. You're gonna grow as you talk to people. You know, if you have 4 viewers in chat and you drop down to one and you stay at one the rest of your stream, really try not to take it to heart because that's gonna happen and that's okay. Some days you're gonna have one viewer, some days you're gonna have 20 viewers. It's gonna vary. It's gonna be different. I've been streaming for over oh no, almost a year. At the end of March, March 30th will be my first my 1 year streaming anniversary. Which I'm gonna hopefully do something for. We gotta talk about that later, Dave. But it'll be my 1 year anniversary of streaming on Twitch in general, and I want to do something for it. But you know, don't I haven't had. Oh, going back. Sorry, distracted.
The super
Um,
extravaganza. Okay, got it.
Something
Got it.
like that.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lay it all out. We're gonna, we're gonna put on a stream. Shy's gonna put
Mm.
on a stream and have all the guest stars. We're gonna roll in and
Well,
rotate through, and it's gonna be bigger than anything that Amaranth or XQC or
God, I
Iron
hope not.
Mouse or
I
any of
could
them.
never keep up with a chat like that.
All
Holy
of all
cow.
of them. They're gonna dream that they could put on a show like Shy's going to do. I'm here
What
to tell
I
you, we've already been talking about it. She says we've got to talk about it. We've been talking about it and planning this for a month already. It's going to be amazing, guys.
what I would love to do is I would love to do more community stuff. So games that involve bigger amounts of people. So like, you know, we have Faz, but Faz is limited to 4 players. We have golf. Golf is at 12, and that's a decent sized lobby. But I want to do stuff like Jackbox or like rounds of Uno with people. Like I want to do community things because I want everybody to feel welcome and I want everybody to feel like they belong.
Crab game. Got it. Let's
Oh god, no,
go.
I hate crab game. It's awful. I hate crab game so much.
We are making it happen, folks.
My
Shy
first time
Dust
ever playing.
Shy Dust is going to host us all playing crab game.
No,
That's
first
going to be her
no.
extravaganza, and we're going to play until Shy wins the whole thing.
No, just because I lead it does not mean I deserve to win it.
Yeah, you just
Crab
got to
crab
tell
game.
Shy we're going to play until you figure out what the ghost is.
I'll try crab game again. It's like so. My first time trying it was not long. Not long after I had started streaming. Maru had asked me. They were like, "Hey, do you want to come and join this thing that I'm doing? We're doing crab game and just like a bunch of other fun things." And I was like, okay. So I joined in it, and it was like it was okay. I sucked at it, and I died a lot, and that's why I don't like it. I am a sore loser. If I lose at something more than 2 or 3 times, I get angry. So I try to avoid things that make me angry, like crab
Sh-
game.
Shy, I'm calling bullshit. I'm
Listen,
calling bullshit
I'm
because
okay.
how many times have we been playing Faz where you and I die and we have to sit there and watch Adam scramble to get the last couple of pieces of evidence or whatever it is. I'm calling
Well, okay,
bullshit.
listen.
You've died in Faz almost as much as I have.
I
Okay,
yell a lot.
yeah, and I mean, my soundboard is nearly complete. It is getting filled up nicely. I am making a soundboard of the noises that this amazing, talented individual makes when she's scared. Jen has another question for you. Has
Ah,
Shy ever thought of maybe doing a VR chat as a community meetup?
all the time. I love VR chat. I have an Oculus. My husband got it for me not last Christmas, and I love it. It's my favorite. Not this previous Christmas, but the one before that. And I love it. It's great. I love my Oculus. I love VR chat. I will take my VR set, go sit out in the living room with my husband while he's watching a movie, and I'll just sit in there and just like play whatever game I can find. Like I love VR chat.
And
Yes.
I have recently acquired on loan from a friend an Oculus 2 as well, and we're starting to get me immersed in there and learn my way around. So, yes, Jen, to answer that question, we have been discussing doing something that resembles trying to put a shout out and put a schedule together for a community VR meetup. I need information and stuff, and maybe we'll plan for the three of us to meet up in VR, and you can show us around to some of the places. We need to stay away from the CD underworld in VR though, because Shy's got a reputation, I've heard, and I got to keep her away from
No.
there because it's going to get me killed.
No.
It's going to get me killed. She's like a mafia boss down there. I swear to God.
I just play Surf Udon an ungodly amount. That's what I do. I love Surf Udon. That shit is so fun.
Okay, let's get into some nitty gritty. What's the
Okay.
absolute most favorite thing about doing what we're doing, doing the whole streaming thing?
Uh, to me, it's absolutely the making friends part. I like making friends. I like creating new friendships. I like getting to know people. I do my best to keep up with those friendships afterwards, and sometimes I can't control what other people do or say, and that's fine. But I love making new friends and getting to talk to people, so that's my absolute favorite part of it.
All
Nope.
right, so
I'm a Pokemon trainer. I gotta catch them all. I want at least one of every friend out there. All of
one of
them.
every
They're all
friend.
mine.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, no. This is the Endship Impact stream. It's the friends we made along the way. Let's go. What's your least favorite thing about doing it?
Um, my least favorite thing about it. That's a tough question because I really enjoy streaming. My least favorite thing is how much time it takes away from cleaning my house. That's probably it.
We've had
Uh,
discussions. Your house is 25 square feet. Come
I
on.
know. I know. And when I come home from work, I sit down and I play games or I stream instead of cleaning. So
You've
that's
got
why.
you've got you, your husband, a card table, and two chairs. That's all you can fit in your house.
Listen, I have a futon, okay? I'm practically rich.
Let's go. All right. Have you had any setbacks along the way so far? Anything that made you go, make you almost go, I can't do this. I'm done.
It was actually right after I bought the my PC, my new PC. I didn't realize that it was I didn't know anything about the PC. I saw it was $400 and I said, cool, that one will do. And I bought it, and then I had a couple of breakdowns as I realized, like, I was like, oh shit, this isn't gonna work for anything I'm trying to do. I tried to load the forest and it was a mess. So now that I have new upgraded RAM, I'm gonna try it again. But the the PC issues that I have or had, I don't have them as much anymore, thankfully. But they definitely were like that. This is like I can't do anything about this. If this isn't gonna work, obviously I can't do this. I'm just gonna quit. I had considered for a while graduating, or at least until I could get my stuff together to have an appropriate setup to be able to stream properly without issues. But then I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna make do. It is what it is. I'm just gonna do what I can do, and then I'm gonna fix it later.
Okay. All right.
That ties back into the whole make sure to be patient and get your stuff sorted before you try going live. Make sure.
Is there any memory that sticks out that has been like the absolute high point so far? One specific moment in time where you were just floating above cloud nine, looking down, going, "It doesn't get any better than this."
I can't say that I've had that exact moment yet, and I don't know what that moment will feel like. Yeah, I'm gonna be, yesterday it came very, very close. Yesterday is probably the best streaming day I think I've ever had. It was the most friends ever in chat, just communicating and talking and laughing together. It was really really nice, and I think yesterday probably comes close to it. Yesterday's stream, as scuffed as it got here and there, yesterday's stream might be the closest to it. Um, but I really want to like wait it out. I don't think I'm ready to be like this was the most perfect day ever, because I don't know when when that real perfect day is going to be. So I don't want to call it like, oh, this was it.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I mean, just so far up to date. That's all I mean is because obviously when you go, it can never be any better than this. Then a little time goes by, and next thing you know, you're going, holy shit, this is even better than that. And you keep getting those higher highs, but there's also lower lows.
Yeah,
You
and that's
know,
why I'm never gonna put myself, or I shouldn't say, because I do get sucked into the, oh, I have 6 viewers, I now have 1 viewer, and then I feel sad, and it's like, oh, I should stop streaming, but it's like, no, that's even more of a reason to push through that, to get to the point next where it's like, oh, I have, whatever amount of viewers, I have X people talking in chat, this person came to visit me, I haven't seen them in forever. Like,
hey,
that kind of stuff is important, in my opinion.
honestly, Kirby, Jen, Medic, everybody who's here, and whether you're chatting or not, thank you. I love you. I'm glad to have you. And but I'm actually looking at my viewer count right now, and I wouldn't care if it said 0.
Right.
Honestly, and Kirby, great advice, best advice. Just hide the damn viewer count.
I don't know
I
how to do that.
just take that panel off. Don't look at it. Hide it.
Yeah.
Put something over it so you can't see it. You know, don't give a damn about the viewer count. Just stream as long as you're feeling happy about it. When you go and look at your analytics, if it says, hey, you were streaming for 7 hours to 0 viewers, it doesn't freaking matter as long as you were having fun. Now,
Right.
the longer you stream, the more you're going to get discovered. So streaming for 7 hours to 0 viewers is probably not a thing that's going to happen, especially if I happen to
Yeah.
look down and go, oh, Shy streaming, I'm jumping in there. I may not say anything in chat, but I'll be there
Right.
watching for at
And
least for a little
that's
while.
yeah, and I really love having lurkers because I myself am a lurker in a lot of chats. I literally, as we speak, I have your stream up, Adam's and Noel's streams because everybody's streaming right now. So I have everybody up because even though I'm not able to chat or might not want to chat at the moment, it's to me it's the thought that counts. Is like there's somebody out there who enjoys watching me. I might even be their comfort streamer, and like that might be my ultimate goal is to be somebody's like comfort streamer. I'm the one that they're happy to see. Like when they come online, they're like, oh my god, they're online. I'm so happy. Like, you know, that's I think my goal is even if it's one person, I think that I'm good. You
Yeah,
know?
hey, just have somebody get a notification and go, "Oh man, this person's online." Even if hey, I'm just not in a position to watch it. Just knowing that somewhere out there somebody might possibly I go, I'm happy they're streaming.
Yeah.
In some form. That makes me thrilled. Jen just said the tip I always go with: enjoy what you do, what you play or do first. Viewers will come after. You're not
Yeah.
wrong, brother. You're not wrong.
That's one of the reasons I'm actually kind of happy I found my capture card because I had to figure out technologically what's going on and why there's no audio. But once I do get it set up, I want to play Switch games again. When I first started streaming, I started streaming Breath of the Wild. It was the first game I streamed. I'm pretty sure it was the first game I streamed, and I streamed it through my Switch on my iMac.
Have you
and
played the
I
new Breath of the Wild yet?
is that I are you talking about like an actual the next Legend of Zelda game?
Yes.
It's out?
Yes.
No, I have not played it yet.
It looks the thing is I was watching my daughter play it, and I looked at it, and I had to triple take because I thought she was playing Pokemon, the new Pokemon,
Scarlet,
Scarlet.
Violet.
Yeah, Scarlet.
Huh.
I thought that's what she was playing, and then I was like, no, that's not what she's playing. What the hell is this? And I was looking, and I was going, is that Link? is this a new Link game? She goes, yeah, it's a new Breath of the Wild. And I was like, son of a bitch, I thought you were playing Pokemon. She goes, yeah, it does look a lot like it.
Huh.
But
Interesting.
it is beautiful. It looks fun. She says it's a lot of fun. So there you go. You now know it's out. That's what you get for hanging out with us in the deep dark dungeon of Uncle Crazy Dave's house. You don't you don't even know what's out there. I don't know
Yeah.
what's out there anymore. People were asking me, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "What can I ask for? I don't even know what exists right now."
Right, and that's like, my birthday is coming up in April, at the beginning of April, and my husband was like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna get you," and he's been working on some art for me, and I was like, "That's perfect. I have everything I need. I don't need anything else. Like, art is perfect, and you're taking the time to draw it. You're putting thought into it. You're caring about me, and that's all. That's what matters the most to me."
All right, now I know what I need to do. I need to. You know,
Best friend art,
I just promoted you. I'm not that good.
best friend art.
Best friend art, yes, absolutely. But then you'll get it and you'll look at it and you'll go, "Oh, this is so good!" And you'll put it up on the refrigerator, and it will be upside down or sideways, and you'll go, "I love it!" And then you're gonna go, "What is it? I have
I'm
no
okay with that.
clue."
That's the best kind. That's the best kind. Abstract. That's the word I was thinking of.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
I just saw. Uh, so actually, Tiff asked why I don't post any jump scares that the chat caused me on TikTok, and that's because I after stream last night I was going through my stuff, and the when everybody was jump scaring me all at once at the beginning of my stream, they clocked one of my sound alerts as a copyrighted item and muted that part of the stream. So for like a solid 6-7 minutes there's no audio, which is really unfortunate, because I tried to clip it, but it's not there. And I can't do anything about it, which is okay. It's fine. It is what it is. I removed the audio from my library, so I can't play it. It won't play again in the future, because I don't want to risk losing out any more audio and moments with my friends.
there you go. All
Hmm.
right. Yeah, just draw two stickmen hugging, and I'm Gucci. I can do
Yes,
that. I can do that.
yes, the best.
There you go. And then, oh, hey, Navy wants to know: are you going to play the new Harry Potter game? If so, what house will you be picking?
Yes, I will, and I'm a Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff. I've been a Hufflepuff since I first discovered Harry Potter. It has fit me to a T as a person. It is what I am. What I am. I'm
Let's
sorry.
go. I like that. What starter is your favorite out of all the Pokemon games?
What starter is my favorite starter?
Yeah,
Uh, that's really hard. I'm going to say out of just the starters, my favorite starter. Well, there's two. Now with the new one, there's two. But my original favorite starter was Torchic because it evolved into Blaziken, and Blaziken is one of my favorite Pokemon. But now Quaxley is right up there. I'm talking like tied, if not one singular centimeter above.
respect. There's respect coming at you. All
The
right.
gay duck is he's
Gay
just
Duckus mood. I love
he's a
it.
toothpaste boy, and I love him. His hair looks like toothpaste, and I love it.
So, okay, so in all of this and everything, who is one of the other personalities that have influenced you the most on anything from your style to what you're the content you're creating or whatever you pick who's
Um,
given you who's kind of affected you the most from and molded you into who you are today.
I am gonna say probably one of my favorite streamers, Sailor Sugar Plum. They are a Phasmophobia content creator and streamer. They're an official content creator, so they talk to like the devs and stuff like that. But I've been watching them for pretty much the entire time I've been on Twitch, and just like seeing her and on seeing her you know, do everything she does and accomplish all the things she does is really cool. She like single-handedly has raised, I think it was like $12,000 for charity, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. She's one of those people. She's one of the streamers that like when I pop into their chat, she recognizes me because I've been a part of our community for so long, and that's really cool. I if that's one thing that I can do is make sure that I can remember names and remember, oh my God, you've been here forever, like friends, you know. So Sailor is a fantastic streamer. If you don't know her, I very recommend checking her out. I don't know when she's gonna be live next. Because she was sick recently, but she plays a lot of Phasmophobia. For a while, she was playing like Bendy and the Ink Machine, but she's definitely like a horror style streamer and just really cool. She does a lot of things on the side, community days, stuff like that. She's live right now. Oh, well, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, she's live right now.
And I would say between her and I'm trying to think of who I watched the most. So I'm probably going to say Beppis, who is another horror streamer. They also play Phasmophobia a lot. They do all kinds of horror games, though, like even more expansive than Sailor. They have a lot of on-screen games with their communities, like Words. I think it's called Words with Friends, although I don't think that might be wrong. It's the one that Adam got working today.
Yeah.
That one. And
Words
like,
on stream.
yes, that. And so that's one of my favorite things when a streamer puts that up, and just everybody competing in chat to get all the answers down and figure it out together, and that's really cool. I like that. It's rad.
Yeah, we're gonna make. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna start actually looking for a variation so I can create a room for that on Discord. Yeah, in our Discord.
Listen, I would play it all the time.
Yeah, that'll be our new hangout chat. Just playing some kind of words with on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun fact about me, I love board games, and I love Scrabble. Scrabble's probably one of my favorite board games of all time.
I hate Scrabble because I'm always missing one tile to make a good word.
Well, that's what makes it fun, because then you start yelling at each other.
Yeah, friendship over.
If it makes you feel any better, my favorite card game is Uno. I have 6 different versions of Uno, not including the digital version that I own on my PC, my phone, my Switch, and my Xbox.
Yeah, yeah, and between you and Squishy, you guys ended our friend. Our friendship was over that night for a little while. Not gonna lie, it was great.
I don't blame you.
It was great.
My only regret is that one of us was not streaming, so that way it would have lasted forever.
Yeah, I know. It was so great. Not while I was going through it at the time.
Yeah, no.
I legitimately, not even low key, I legitimately was getting pissed for a hot second, and that's why I was so quiet for a good long minute. You guys were laughing and having a great time, and that's the only thing that helped me keep sanity through that and not fucking rage.
I was laughing so hard that I was crying, and at one point I had to stop myself because I was not breathing and I was gonna pass out. I had to stop. I had to take a break and look away from the screen because I was laughing so hard.
Yeah. Wait, does that mean Shy just likes ruining friendships? Does that mean they have Mario Kart?
I do.
We got better.
Mario Kart.
We got better. We get golf with friends, and she puts on Collision.
I love Collision on golf, but yeah, no, I have Golf with Friends with Collision all the time, and then I do have Mario Kart. So yeah.
Yeah, and she's come very close to getting Blaze to unfriend all of us too. With Collision and golf, it's been close. I could hear it in his voice.
I hope not. Blaze is really rad. I really enjoyed being around him.
Okay, let's see. So, is there anyone you would love to partner up with for just one stream? Anybody, if you could, as a dream, if you could have one person join you on stream, kind of like you and I are doing now, sitting down, doing art, whatever, where the two of you are streaming together, playing a game, streaming art, just chatting, whatever. Who's that one person? One other individual.
See, the first person that comes to mind is Sailor Sugar Plum. She's 100% like my favorite streamer. Uh, she doesn't have 8 million followers. She doesn't have 1,000 viewers in chat at all times. But goddamn, is she great company and a wonderful human being.
See, and you asked me that question. I get that nearly every time I stream. I've got either a Shy Dust or an Adam Maitland or a Just Call Me Doll or a Jenny or someone from my community. Now, if I have to dream really, really big, yeah, I would love anybody from V Shoujo or anybody from Niji Sanji. I would love to collab with any one of them one day. It would just be it would be fun. Of course, I would never say a word because I don't want those senpais to ever even perceive me.
No! Reach out! 2023 is your year. You're gonna make streaming your thing this year. You can do it, Dave.
Yeah, well, no, some of them are my Oshis. I mean, seriously, I shrimp for these people like you would not believe. I'm very, very. I've met a lot of celebrities in my life. I've gone to Dragon Con every year for 25, almost 30 years now, and I've partied with celebrities. I've just hung out. There have only been two people that I just, and when I tell you who they are, who that I just, when I got in front of them, I became a babbling schoolgirl because all I could do is just sit there and go, I like you, you're great. I couldn't form a fucking coherent sentence to save my life, and I had a great conversation just like you and I are talking right now. I had this kind of conversation with one of the people that had the biggest influence on me as a child. Okay. Christopher Lloyd, a most amazing actor. And I've had a chance to sit down and just kind of one-on-one chat with him it was only for about 5 minutes, but I met him, introduced myself, we talked a little bit. I told him I've been following his career. I've been watching him since he was on Taxi, and I love this, and I love this. And I said, and I've got a question for you. I wanted to know about a specific scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because there was something about that scene that seemed to be much more Christopher Lloyd, the person, than the character. And he went, he sat there and thought about it for a minute, and he goes, I never thought about it, but I think you're right. I think I did ad-lib that little bit. I never really thought about that. And then we got to talking about what made it more him than the character, and it was just an awesome little conversation. And so we're having that conversation. But then I don't know if you ever saw a show called Dead Like Me.
No.
It's about this young girl who dies, and she wasn't supposed to, so she becomes a reaper. And she has to go around and basically escort people to heaven. Right? Take their lives, end their lives. It's a very dark show, and it's very interesting. But I met the girl who played Georgie, the main character, who's she's very sarcastic, emo, and this was one of the people that I was like,
right.
I couldn't. And my buddy was like, dude, I've watched you talk with like William Shatner and Patrick Stewart, like they're your buddy, and you go up to this girl. I've watched you talk to Myrna Sirtis, who I know you had a crush on all the years while watching Star Trek. You talk to her just like another human being. This person, you're a puddle of goo. Why? I said, I don't know.
It's just that you get stuck. I've never had the chance to do that where I haven't met anybody that I like idolize in that sense. That's something that I definitely want to have the chance to do more in the future. But so far I haven't had the chance to do that. But that's when you see somebody that you idolize and that like they mean a lot to you, they bring, whether it's memories or just like in general good feelings. Like that's somebody that means something to you, and getting to see them finally after waiting for so long, it's just like dang. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I just don't get why I happen to melt like that for these particular people when I've met some much higher idols in my life, and I wasn't affected nearly the same way. And it just it puzzles me to this day. And
That's okay.
but see, that's the thing. If for example Celine Toski was to come into my chat or jump into our Discord and start talking to me, I would be like that.
Bricks have been shat.
You have no idea. Thank you, Jen, for the sound. Navy, go follow him. If you can get him to raid into my stream, that would be absolutely freaking amazing. And I will kill you later after it happens, okay? So, because I will end stream immediately and say, I love you, goodbye, boom. Like another streamer did to Celine. It's a great clip. They were doing it was an Apex tournament. And they were in just a voice chat lobby at the end of the tournament, and everybody's leaving, and one person goes, all right, everybody, goodbye. Celine, I love you, bye-bye, and dips. And Celine was like, whoa, wait, who was that? Who was that? Oh, I know who that was. All right. And everybody in her chat's going, who was that? Who was that? Who was that? And it turns out it was another streamer.
Oh.
Celine shouted, said, okay, because you guys asked, boom, shouted out the streamer. Everybody, and that streamer happened to still be streaming. Mm-hmm. Everybody went over from Celine's stream to her stream and started following her. Oh. And just, and it cuts to her, and she was like a blubbering mess after just meeting, being able to say, I love you, Celine, and dip. She was like, oh, right. Celine, she's like my Oshi, and she's like, la, la, la. And then all of a sudden, oh, hi, thanks for the follow. Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh, shit, what is happening? What is happening? Did I get raided? And everybody was like, no, Celine just shouted you out. And she was like, oh, shit.
That's amazing.
It's hilarious. I'll show you the video off stream sometime. It's great. Look it up sometime. I'll find it. I'll put a link to it somewhere because it is amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Why do you think people are interested in the subjects you stream?
I just hope that I am an interesting person and that I choose interesting games. I try to do my best to play things that I know that people like, but also that I enjoy playing. So like Phasmophobia, I know a lot of people like watching it, but I love it. It is my comfort game. As stressed as it makes me sometimes, and as scared as I get, it is my comfort game. I really love playing it, and I know that other people also share that. Like, I love playing this. I don't care how many. I could play it all day long and be happy with it, and it just happens to be that it's such a great game, but also happens to be a game that a lot of people enjoy.
Thank you for that. I've got a nice clean clip of you saying that, so now I can go back and clip every time in mine and Adam's and your streams where you say, I hate it here, this sucks. I hate it here, oh my god, why do I play this game? There will be a 20-minute YouTube video coming of that, okay? So that's coming, folks. Look forward to it. I will begin editing that soon.
Lord have mercy.
I'm kidding. No, I know you love Phas. I can tell. Even though you say you hate it here, I can tell how much you absolutely love being scared.
Yeah, So that fun fact, and my therapist taught me this, is a thing that our brains do when you have anxiety, because that's I have anxiety, depression, but the ADHD, the whole nine yards. Something that our brains do is when we're anxious and we don't have an outlet for it, makes us anxious. So if you supplement that anxiousness with something that creates a tense feeling like fear, it helps your brain be like, oh, I'm scared. Oh, now I'm not scared anymore. And a lot of the times it can help with things like anxiety and just like being super, just kind of overwhelmed. It's the brain being like, the danger is past. I am safe again. There's no reason to be have heightened emotion. And
Overload with those endorphins and
yeah,
serotonin and all the other chemicals. Overload it, and then your brain just doesn't have anything left over to be anxious about afterwards.
yeah, pretty much. And it's nice. Uh, it was something that my therapist had recommended to me when I had talked to them, because I heard it and I was like, hey, like, do you think that this is real? And he was like, yeah, yeah, no, absolutely, it is absolutely a thing. It's called exposure therapy, and
Chaotic,
I'm
chaotic,
horrified of ghosts.
Chaotic Kirby. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be the ultimate Shy Hates It Here compilation. And it may not just be restricted to
Every
Phasmophobia
time
because
I
I
say I
remember
hate it here,
her. I remember saying that quite a few times in the last few games of golf.
probably.
No, there's no probably about it. I recall it exactly. I can find the clips on those VODs easily. Oh, let's see. So let's talk about music
Okay.
because we've talked a little bit about music and some of the stuff we love, and you and I are very eclectic in that. In that,
Mhm.
what's some of your favorite?
I really like just about anything. Some of my favorites though are like Evanescence and Korn and Toby Keith and Keith Urban, or like Miley Cyrus. There's even I don't know what their names are, but I have a couple of polka songs in my playlist. Like it literally varies from anything. It just depends on my mood and how I'm feeling.
Well, the what was that, the 20s?
Oh, the electro swing.
Yeah, the electro swing that we were listening to. I was loving that.
Mm.
Is it okay? So, what's the one band or musician that's influenced you the most, whether in your real life or in your streaming life?
That's a tough question. I don't really think. No, I'm gonna say Evanescence. Evanescence is probably my favorite band of all time. I've been listening to them since I was just a wee one. And like meeting my dream celebrity would probably be able to get a chance to sit down and talk with Amy Lee. Incredible. I would love to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
um, but yeah, probably Evanescence. I know so many of their songs, or so many of her songs, and the few that I don't, I try to learn. Um, it's just a matter of I just really enjoy it. Her and I know oh my god, what is pep Panic at the Disco.
Oh
Panic at the
yeah,
Disco.
love me some Panic
Yeah.
at the Disco
hmm
and
Uh,
Arctic Monkeys. I love Arctic Monkeys.
when I first like when I was a teenager, the first like song that I remember becoming obsessed with by Panic was called Always,
Oh
and
yes, that's a good one.
it's so good. I love it so much.
It is. It's a good one. Highly recommend anybody who's not, give them a chance. Give them a chance. Go give some of that stuff a listen because there's some really good stuff there, and
Mm,
it's deep. The lyrics are deep in a lot of cases.
hmm
So
Yeah, I really enjoy that. But then again, like I mentioned earlier, I will listen to just about anything. Uh, Even Eminem, I listen to a lot of Eminem too. Just it is what it is. It depends on the day. It depends on how my mood is and how I'm feeling. If it's a Saturday morning and I want to clean, I will listen to something that is upbeat and peppy. I used to listen to Streetlight Manifesto while I would clean in the mornings. Um,
okay,
which I don't know if you know who they are. You might. You know a
I've
lot
heard
of
of
music.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite Streetlight Manifesto song is called Keysby Nights. That's a good song. Recommend to listen to if you haven't had a chance to listen to it.
Ooh, we'll play it later
Okay.
after stream. We'll play it
we'll
later.
pull we'll,
No, you've got me interested in this one. It
we'll
sounds cool.
pull
Sounds
pull up
interesting.
Pancake
Pancake, yeah,
later.
absolutely, absolutely. All right. What else you want to talk about? Anything? You got something?
Not really. I do a lot of just small things in my free time. I'm a very crafty person, so like I'm an artist. I'm a digital artist on the internet, but I also do crafty things in real life. I've made D&D dice. I've tried my hand at making fursuits D&D dice. I went through on a whim this previous Halloween and said I'm just gonna build a pumpkin head, and I made it happen. I
And that was cute.
do. Yeah, and like there's pictures of that in Dave's server somewhere, but in Dave's server somewhere. So it's just like I love being crafty. I love doing crafty things. I
Throw that
made.
Discord out there, medic.
Oh yeah, excuse me. I've made magnets. Like my mother-in-law and I sat down this previous Christmas and Thanksgiving, and we made like little tiny refrigerator magnets together. And I just enjoy like the fun creative stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Eee.
That is awesome. All right, so what I think we're going to do now, I don't feel like ending stream. I feel like bringing some of our friends into the room, or actually, I'm going to bring us back to their room, and
Okay.
we're just going to hang out for a little bit and see where we go from there because the fun never ends here in this house. I'm just saying. Navy, learn to type, son. God.
I was just about to say, oh my god, Navy.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no, I definitely have a little bit of time as well still and to chat and hang out, so absolutely.
Oh my God, it's only 9:43 p.m. here for me, so I know what time it is for you. You've got 5 hours or more, maybe a little bit more.
I'm purposely taking it easy today and tomorrow. I have been really pushing myself these last couple of days, and so
I know.
I'm recognizing my limits, and that's something important that all you need to do is recognize your limits and don't want to be like, I need a break. So.
That's fair. That is absolutely fair. Absolutely. Yes, exactly. Damn your fingers. Go cut them off right now, Navy. That's just unacceptable, bro. But you did fix it, so only cut half of them off.
At least two. At least
two, and there you go. You can just send them to somebody.
Me.
Doesn't have to be me. Okay, you got to send them to Shy. Shy will make
I
artwork
know
of him and send it back.
I know who would like those bones, so Gib.
Done. Okay, so now before we leave and go into the chaos that is that other chat channel. List out your socials.
My
People
socials.
wants to know.
You can find me here on Twitch. Bones. You can find me here on Twitch at _shy_dust. You can find me streaming. There is a stream schedule up. Ignore it. I guerrilla stream at the moment. I have to figure out a set schedule so I'm not overwhelming myself. But you can find me here. You can find me on Twitter at Ananonomi1, where I do, and currently cough cough, am doing a giveaway for a bunch of stuff since I hit 200 followers on Twitch. I do giveaways all the time. I do free art all the time. I do pretty quick turnarounds on commissions, so I'm open pretty often.
Can confirm.
Yeah, and then you can find me on Discord at Shy_Dust and a bunch of numbers. 7974. So Shy_Dust at 79.
Or just come into my Discord. She's in there all the time.
Literally, yeah. I keep making jokes about how I'm just gonna move in and I'm gonna make the mini version of the Albatross in Dave's Discord. Oh, I probably should clarify. The Albatross is the name of my ship. Well, not my ship, but our ship. Mine and Hubben's ship.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, no, you were probably like, what?
Oh, we have a ship? Let's go. You're going to do this. I'm going sailing.
Yeah, do you want to hear a description of of the albatross.
Absolutely. Actually, I want to hear some. I realized I just skipped right over the question that's really been burning in my mind. Lore. Let's talk about lore.
Lore, well, I'll read you exactly what I have written up. First of all, to go over to the Albatross, when you first join my server, you're greeted by the lore and welcome page. It's welcome aboard the Albatross, a Commodore class mobile ops base and our guide throughout the galaxy. Here you can find everything you need. Enjoy your time on our ship, and if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. Um, it's a ship that Hubban designed, and it is the ship that we travel on. Going into backstory, um, Shiloh Lucy Dust, which is the full name, or just Shy Dust, whichever you decide, is a shape shifting eldritch being whose race. This is the shortened version of it, by the way. Is a shape-shifting eldritch being whose race and planet were long extinct. Mysterious memories, and seemingly random power haunts her as she works with a faction called the Vanguard. Her goal is to bring as much peace and protection to the galaxy as she can, with the help of her husband, Bear, and partner, Pixie, a small flying AI. Many adventures are still to be had as she discovers who she is and why her species has vanished. Her three main forms are her humanoid, her dole, and her dust cloud. Her alignment is a chaotic neutral, and she loves to spend time with her friends that she's made. During downtime, she streams from the ship's rec room and likes to draw, play games, and cook.
There we go. I like that. Now I need art of Pixie.
There is art of Pixie, technically, in my.
I need to see it. I haven't seen. I have not seen Pixie's art.
Okay, let me do this real quick, and then I will put it in your Discord right now. The perk to having everything on my PC open is right there. It's my favorite.
Right.
Da, da, da. And so Pixie is a very, very tiny AI, meant to be able to hide in your ear to be a communication. But they're, I don't know if sentient is the right term. Hubban can describe it better than I can. But they have a mind of their own, and also not a mind of their own. They're sassy, and I love that. I love that for me. Um, that would probably go, since technically it's art, that'll probably go in the fridge, huh?
Yeah, you can put it in the fridge, or you can put it wherever. Put it somewhere.
Okay. It's
I'll
going
leave it up
in
to
the
you.
fridge.
You just tell me where you're putting it.
Boop. Alright, it's in the fridge.
It's in the fridge. All right.
Yes. Pixie is very small. He's a small boy.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, see, I need a close up of Pixie. That's the
Uh,
kind of art I'm looking for.
Hubban's got a ton of them. There we have a little spreadsheet with a bunch of them on there that is really cool.
There we
Um,
go.
wait,
And
if you want guns drawn, he is the guy to go to. He is so good at it.
there we go. Just flipping over to the screen so
Okay.
everybody can see. We got Pixie right up over here, right there. It looks cute. It looks
Yeah.
adorable. I
He's
want a
a boy.
backstory on Pixie. I want to know Pixie's life now.
That's something that Hubban is gonna have to give you. But yeah,
Hubban
no,
got all
Pixie's really
that.
cool.
Okay.
I internally am of the mindset that Pixie is very similar in sassiness to a character called Skippy from a book called Spec Ops.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
a whole series. Oh, do you know of it?
I know of it. I
Okay,
know of
so
it. I had a friend who was reading it, and he was going to lend it to me, but he ended up getting orders and shipping off to another place, another base.
oh
So this was a while back.
yeah, yeah, no. So Pixie, in my opinion, oh yeah, Expeditionary Force by Craig Allenson.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking of.
If you or Hubban can DM me that, I will look at that and see if I can get a copy of that book.
Yeah,
Whether
of course. They
some
also
way or
carry it on
another.
Audible if you're more of
Oh,
a
he,
listener than a reader.
yeah. Look at that already there. Excellent.
But so when we were driving after we got married, the week we spent driving from Ohio to Colorado to stay with his brother, we listened to the first couple books of Expeditionary Force, and it's It's good. It's good. The first couple books are great. After a while, it tends to get a little kind of tedious, but the first couple books I definitely recommend listening to. Fantastic. The characters
Mantis.
are memorable and just really really nice.
Mantis came out of the shadows to say he's become more of a listener with Audible app.
I love
Absolutely.
Audible.
And I'm really sad to say my life has been. I have all these books around me, and I haven't read one in far too long. That I the last book I read was the last book that came out, the final book for Wheel of Time.
I can't say that I know it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's a monster series. It is huge. It was glorious. It was really good. There's a lot of mixed feelings on the series overall because it was drawn out and some say way too long. But
Hmm.
it was a pretty epic thing, my opinion.
Oh, well,
And
right on. Is it
uh,
like sci-fi or is it?
no, it's fantasy,
Oh, okay.
but it was so good,
Right on.
so good. So, all right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take this party to the other room. So